We're here at Lazy B Equine Rescue and Sanctuary, and we are so excited. We were here a while ago, and this was not your facility, and I am so excited to see this. We also have Leland Grass here, looking at getting the Navajo horse gentling program going here at the facility, but we are dying to see this facility. It's amazing. So what led you here to this place?
Well, it's actually a very fun story. We tried to purchase this exact property about 5 years ago in 2020. Wow. It didn't end up working, which we were like, okay, it's not the right time. And then just last year in June, I believe, we saw it was listed again, and we were like, we're not even gonna try. It's like it almost forced last time to make it, and we reached out to a realtor friend, and we're like, hey, can we just like go look at it? And it went, we thought it was too good to be true, and it just kind of all came together really quick. So
when the timing is right, things happen.
Yeah. Yep. And after 5 years of searching every morning for a property,
just dreaming.
Even when we went to the workshop, we talked to you guys about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've been talking about it for a while.
And we just kept with it, and finally, the stars aligned. So.
Persistence pays off.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're dying to see it. So Les, where do we start on this tour?
I think we should start with the indoor arena. Should we start with the best thing?
Yeah. This is what we bought it for. So doing equine education year-round, this is huge for us. We were really hoping that whatever property we did end up in would either already have an indoor arena or we could build one on it. So it's not huge, but it's an indoor arena, and it's awesome. It's fantastic.
That's amazing.
Gets us out of the wind and the cold.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that's covered is amazing. Because I remember when we went out to see your place the first time, you were in the sun a lot.
I'm still in the sun a lot.
You're very tanned, you look great, but like now you have the option of shade, which is nice.
It's wonderful. It's more like in the wintertime, because we moved in right as it started to get cold. Sorry, these flies are up in my business. But it was really good because as soon as we moved in, it was November, and we were like, perfect. We're gonna use it even if it's not freezing.
Yeah, and a lot of our education program is about groundwork and things on the ground. It's not all about riding. So this is a space where we can have 3 to 4 clients with horses on the ground, leading them around, and safely work. If we get 4 people riding in here, it gets a little crammed.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm sure, dusty.
But yeah, it's definitely a blessing, and we use it as much as we can, both for shade and for to stay warm and dry.
Yeah. How big is this arena?
So this is a 60 by 100 foot arena. So you visited the barn we used to have.
Yes.
We used to lease. So this is pretty similar as far as size goes. It does have a couple extra things that we really like. It's actually being used for a bunny motel right now. We got how many bunnies did we get? 20 bunnies?
17.
17 bunnies that somebody needed help with. So
wow.
For right now, all the stalls have bunnies in them. Because
some of them.
Yeah, we'd rather have the horses out on pasture and stuff like that.
That was a fantastic barn.
Wow. Yes.
Yeah, the wall spins so you can access your saddles from out here too, but we
really does?
We pack it so full that we usually
it probably won't right now.
Yeah, that's super cool.
It's so cool.
It's amazing.
This is cool.
Whoop, how fun.
Yeah, we haven't done that, I feel like, since we moved
I'm going to move that real quick.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's like definitely one of my favorite parts.
Uh-huh.
Oh, but it's all messy.
Yeah, all your kid stuff.
So this is what Jason's going to ride today on the trail ride.
What's her name?
I don't think it has a name.
It's Lady Glitter Sparkles, actually.
Lady Glitter Sparkles. Okay.
Yes.
I might have to get you some new reins though, because these ones are busted. No, these are split reins. Kind of try to have every different helmet size for whatever rider we have. So one of my favorite things is the wash bays. So we have a drain in the middle, so we can wash horses, we can doctor horses in here, clean up the mess. So we have one here, and then we have another one down there, and I haven't put in our stock yet, but that's also the stock that we got with the Full Circle grant. So we're planning on putting that stock in as well, so we can, just makes it easy when a horse gets a cut or a scrape, you can put them in there, you can doctor it up. and everybody can be safe. And this whole barn is rigged up with cross ties. So there's cross ties here, there's cross ties behind you guys right here. And then each one of these kind of has cross ties. So in the wintertime, we get a lot of really warm days where it might get up to 50, 60 degrees during the day. And then it'll rain or it'll snow and then it'll drop. Yeah. So we have had days where we've had to bring every horse into the barn, and we put one horse in each stall, and then we can tie horses on the outside or put them in the cross ties. We can let them dry off, we can put a blanket on them, and then we can put them back out. So we had one night where I'm pretty sure we had every single horse in here. I think I have a video of it, and we were just letting everybody was kind of like steaming in here. Or all the horses were just calm and still because they were just like, oh, it's dry, it's warm.
Finally dry and warm.
Yep,
wow,
exactly.
That's fantastic.
There's one in here.
Hi, Bunny. Dawn, if you want a bunny.
This
is bunny land. They got like 17 bunnies.
So this down here is a lot of our storage. So we have hay storage, buckets, tools. After having 3 different locations, we really had a lot of things. So we had a lot of buckets, we had a lot of tools. I think we have like 3 T-post pounders. I don't know why we have 3 T-post pounders. I think we just had one at every location. So we have tool cage, feed storage, buckets galore. So yeah, this was used for horses, but before we moved in, it was used for horses. But just the state of the panels, we didn't really feel comfortable putting horses in it just because we were worried about them getting injured or their feet getting stuck underneath. So we just opted to have this as storage. So one day we'll weld this all back together and make it nice. But for now, it's just extra storage space. But the hot walker is really nice to put horses on for exercise. It is really nice to put them on even to not turn it on and just have them stand, which is really good. So yeah.
Nice.
A lot of weeds. We have a lot of weeds. This kochia, that's what this tall stuff is kochia. The horses actually love it. Same do the goats. I think they call it alfalfa of the desert. Okay. It just grows anywhere.
You just get some more goats and they'll,
Yeah, well, I really wanted goats. And I think I manifested too much for goats because all of a sudden we had 11 goats. Oh.
Goats can multiply quickly.
And I think 7 of them were males, were billies. So yeah, that was fun. But we do love our goats. They clean up the weeds really well. So this here, we actually put this together about a month ago, mainly for this little foal here. He was an orphan. His mother passed away, from what we were told, passed away in a ravine. So when he came in, we were trying to bottle feed, trying to bucket feed, but he wouldn't take anything. We tried to force feed, and that was just a disaster, as you could imagine. And
we also found that we think he's allergic to or has like a sensitivity to the milk replacer because his poor little pink fair skin would just like almost blister, it seemed like.
Yep. So we reached out to people on our Facebook page, and we ended up getting 3 nurse mares brought to us.
And a milk goat.
And a milk goat. We tried a goat. Yep. We milked a goat for a few days.
That was an adventure.
That was interesting. Trying to get a foal to nurse off of a goat on a table was interesting. But this is the mare that worked out the best. Her name is Kaya. So the folks that own Kaya, they actually come and visit her quite often. But they're nice enough to let us borrow her for 3 months.
Raising the baby.
Yeah, and it worked out for them because they have a yearling colt that was still nursing off of her. Yeah. So they're like, yeah, we need to wean them anyways.
So he has surgery scheduled at the end of August, and then he'll be here with us for about 2 weeks after his surgery, and then he will get to be weaned and go back to his people.
The IV site on his neck was also inflamed, and it looked like it was infected. So luckily that calmed down, but he's gained amazing weight. And Kaya, the nurse mare, has been nice enough to him to allow him to nurse. At first she was a little...
It's hard introducing him like that.
She was a little grumpy at first.
A little bit.
A little.
She was, cranky.
Yeah, she bit me a few times, but we worked through it.
Tried to kick me.
Yeah. Yep. But
they're here.
But now that's her baby.
Yeah.
So, yep. This back 6 acres is currently dry. We don't have any irrigation on it, so it is pretty much all sand and weeds right now. We are hoping to work with the water master to get irrigation back there so we can flood it. And eventually we'd like to be able to grow our own hay back there. It's 6 acres. We don't think we could grow enough hay for all of our horses, but it would definitely help. So that's the goal. We just have to talk to the water master and get schedules switched around so we can do that. So, but back there is those are our sanctuary horses. So our older horses that they still have a good quality of life, but they have issues that they can't be ridden. We do still use those for our education program. Just really docile horses that you can walk, you can tie, you can pick up their feet. All of those things that, you know, a lot of people that take classes from us really need to know how to do all those things. And it's very therapeutic for a lot of people too. We have volunteers that come out and they'll just go out there and just mingle with all the sanctuary horses. So these are all of our paddocks. These paddocks are primarily used for horses that are in rehab or horses that are in training. We have this alleyway set up that leads to the indoor arena and also leads to the round pen. So when we do have horses that are unhandleable, we can get them into the alleyway and we can move them down into the round pen or into the indoor arena so we can work with them. And also for our education program, we can also do that with our clients. We can show them how to safely move horses, how to get them into a space so you can work with them. A lot of horses, when they're together with other horses, they don't want to be caught, but once you get them alone, then they want to be your buddy. So this makes it kind of safe for everybody. So, and it speeds things up because sometimes you go out and try to catch a horse for an hour and then you're like, okay, I guess we'll try another day, but this way we can for sure catch them.
No, alleyways are important to have.
How do you load your bale, the big bale in there?
Yeah, so those big bales we load with we have a skid steer that we use that has hay forks on it and we put them in there. We normally put nets on those bales, but those are 4x4 bales, so those bales weigh around 1,800 pounds. And the nets that we have are for 3x4 bales. So it's a struggle to get the nets on. So what we've been doing actually is we put them out and we let them eat them down for about a day, and then we'll come out and we'll put the net on them and then we'll put them back in that feeder. That slow feeder net helps a more natural grazing pattern where they can eat all day, but it doesn't make a mess, it doesn't fall all over the ground, and saves us money in the long run.
Right. That's my style right there.
Yeah, yep.
That those corral panels I made, Tawnee. You can make them to like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So our goal is to have all of our horses on these. The only reason we won't have horses on these big bales is horses that come in that are overweight, that we need to put on a diet, or they have special needs. But all of these horses, they can just eat alfalfa all day long. And it saves us time because we don't have to feed morning and night. We should walk back here because we have a mini donkey and a bunch of minis back here that are super cute.
Yep.
Move this over. So these are kind of our babies right here. This one's 2, she just turned 2. This is one that we got from the auction that was from out of state. She was one that we assumed could be from a reservation or something like that. But it's hard. The more they grow, they kind of start to change. So this one also came from the auction. She was with her mom at the auction. Her mom ended up getting adopted. And then back here, all of our minis. I think all these minis except for 2 are available for adoption. So these minis are so much fun. So we have a lot of clients that just want to go in here and hang out with the minis. So especially Elvis, he's our mini donkey.
He's so cute.
He was uncastrated when he got here, and he did try to mount me a couple times. So I had to fight him off, but now he's just so docile, and you put him on a lead and you can barely get him to walk. He's just like, he doesn't want to go anywhere. Yes, yeah, so he's off the track thoroughbred. He's about 10 years old. He has mild kissing spine that was diagnosed 2 or 3 years ago, but we are going to take him to the vet to get that reevaluated because he is a great riding horse. He's had training to transition from the track to Western or English riding. He's super sweet, but he is proud cut, so he does get pretty aggressive towards other male horses. We did have him in the indoor arena by himself. We put him out here because these are geldings over here just to kind of see how they do. He's actually been doing really well. But when he sees a mare, he's like, he starts to grunt like a stud for sure. So
can you run a horse down this alleyway into the round pen?
Yep. So we open this gate right here and close that one, and then we can run them in here and we can work with them. And then there's a few gates in between as well that we can open and close so that we can kind of sort through them as well. That's the beautiful thing about having many panels is you can always move them around.
I mean, look at Horse Plus, there's panels everywhere. It's like we've spent so many years trying other fencing and finally it's just like panels.
Yeah, and we've talked long and hard about putting in drill pipe fence. I would like to put drill pipe fence down this alleyway at least to have a more permanent setup. But when you get to thinking about how you're going to set it up, you're like, man, I really can't make up my mind. We'll just stick with the panels because the panels are easy to move around. So.
All right, and then what's this over here? Is this your quarantine
Yeah, so
area?
that's quarantine over there. This right here would be considered our hard quarantine. So this is typically when horses first come in, we'll put them in here. These guys came in 2 or 3 days ago. They didn't come from the auction, but they came from a place that had a lot of other horses coming in and out. So we decided to put them in here just to observe them because we have had situations where we think that the horse has never been exposed to anything and then later find out that it's showing signs of strangles or something else. So it's just best to just keep them in here for at least a month. We can observe them and make sure that they're not sick. So
I love that you have a quarantine island. Like it is so separated.
Yep.
Quarantine island.
And we also separated because we do have a lot of volunteers here. We have a lot of clients. We thought about putting it somewhere over there, but we just don't know if somebody's going to go over and touch a horse. And so we usually say this is off limits. So all of our volunteers, unless they want to come over and look, they're welcome to come over and look. But typically it's only Kelsey and I that come over here and feed and fill waters and stuff like that. We typically have a spray bottle of Rescue hanging on the fence too. But I think it's in the barn right now. So yeah, it's nice. It's really nice to have so much space that we can separate them and even have a creek in between. Yeah, so this is our outdoor arena. This is a 100 by 200 foot arena. It has all really nice sand footing. And we do a lot of our education program out here. This is a really nice space. You can really get horses to move. So when people are trying to get comfortable loping, this is a really great place to do it because they have a really long straightaway. They can really practice on their seat.
How many lessons are you guys doing in a week or a day, I guess? How many a day?
So we usually do 3 to 4 lessons a day, and each lesson has 2 or 3 clients per lesson. And we do that 5 days a week. So it's Tuesday through Saturday.
Well, it's so great to see your organization grow to this beautiful facility, and there's so much growth and potential here. And I know you all have a trail ride planned for us, and we have a special guest, Dawn Olivieri will be coming with us, and I think she's pulling up now, so I think we should get ready to hit the trail. I'm ready to ride.
Yeah, let's do it. Me too.
We're trail riding high in the Utah sky, where the eagles fly and the pines stand high.
I hear riding in the mountains of Utah.
Dust on my boots, peace in my soul, me and my horse just letting it roll. Ain't no place I'd rather be alive than a mountain trail on a high country ride.
She's so mad. She just want to ride in the front. Your new facility is absolutely amazing, and just walking around it and seeing everything, I see so much potential for growth. It's amazing. So I heard a story here today that I'm like, I have to hear from you all, is about the little girl who was paralyzed.
Yes. There's a lot to that. So we have a family who has been involved with our education program for probably 6, even maybe 7 years now.
Yeah.
And she's 16. She just graduated high school. She's 2 grades above like her usual age would be at. And she recently was diagnosed with something that is called FND. And it's basically a functional neurological disorder, is that right?
Yep.
And it's complicated. But her love and her just natural being with the horses, it helps a lot of her symptoms that she has. And one of them is complete paralysis from the waist down. And when she first started having symptoms, it was just like one arm she would lose function of an arm, or she'd lose function of one of her lower limbs. And the first time we found out that the horses would work after she's having these extreme symptoms, we were like, hey, we're at a horse show, and we're like, hey, just hop up on Cody and we'll just walk you back so that, you don't have to use a walker or have your parents carry you, because she's, 15? Mm-hmm. 14 at this point. And we'd set her up on Gunner's horse, Cody, and all of a sudden she goes, Kels. I was like, what? And then she's like moving her ankle, and we were like, and everyone around us just started bawling. And it just shows the horses are just incredible, and like they have true healing powers.
That's amazing. And so many people are like, here, like, oh, horse therapy is the thing and stuff, but it's stories like this to show how magical horses are and how they can connect with people and help them. And
just sitting on, like, she's around them, like she's here at Lazy B and at our previous facility all the time. Like they'd be there 7 days a week because they used to live really close to us. And so it just, even just sitting on them and just physical connection she immediately started having better symptoms.
Yeah, they'd be out in a blizzard and she'd be walking a horse around, getting her exercise. Her parents would bring her over, be like, all right, she needs to go walk a horse around and
you okay?
Get some exercise, Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah. And there's a lot more, like, I don't even know what else to, like, even get into talking about her other symptoms that she has. Like, she's been in full body paralysis before. And her parents would pick her up and put her in their truck and drive out to our facility at like 3 o'clock in the morning. They would go get her horse. We called him her horse because she made a crazy connection with him. His name is Whiskey. He's retired now, he's out back, but her parents would open the door to their truck and then go get Whiskey from wherever he was and walk him up to the door, and he would stick his whole head in the back of the truck and would like nudge her or lick her or something, and she would wake up. Wow. It was incredible. But then as soon as she was done, then her whatever paralysis she had at that time would all come right back. So we always have this joke that we've adopted her and that she just lives out here.
I think one thing that happens time and time again with Horse Plus is these connections that happen with people like this girl in this case, that if your organization wasn't here, what would her life be like?
Right.
And that's why it's so important to have organizations like yourself and out there like changing the world for horses. A lot of people think, oh, horse rescues, they're helping horses. But I know so many times of stories like this. It's like, yes, we're helping horses, but we're also helping people in such a significant way that people never understand.
Well, and this family is just incredible.
Yeah.
It's
amazing.
It's the very least that we can do for them.
Yeah, they are really awesome people, very kind. They let us use their truck because ours is on the fritz.
And their brand new trailer, they're like, we didn't just buy it for us, we bought it for us. Yep. And they're like, please use it as much as you want. Yeah, they're, I don't know if I can say it, but they're the husband of the family. He's also the one that is helping us get a donated vehicle from a company.
Been searching for grant and funding opportunities. He's always got his ear to the ground trying to find something for us.
So important to have people, because we can work really, really hard and, you know, helping all these horses and stuff, but it takes all these different people to make it all work and come together.
Yes, absolutely. We have so many volunteers and people that have helped us in so many ways, even the smallest bit of help. Like you saw the volunteers this morning, they're here once a week, but for us, it means we get to go on a trail ride with you guys, right?
Yeah,
so
and that was amazing. So you came out to the workshop and you were studying away and taking all the notes down, and then you all ended up winning the $15,000 grant. And I know you got like the sweep sheet and things, but did the mentoring help get you to where you're at today?
Immensely. The mentoring not only kind of, we always say this, but like relit our passion for it and relit our fire to, you know, continue doing it. But the mentoring itself, just having such an amazing community, the entire network, and having other rescues to, you know, fall back on and be like, hey, like we have this situation, I'm going back and forth on it, like what would you do? But also, I mean, being able to, it really put all the tools that you gave us into motion is probably one of the only reasons why we're able to be out here. Like social media, of course, is huge. And that was, I think, one of our biggest takes from that is tell the story. You know, that nobody knows what is going on with the horses unless you are telling the story about them and what's happening. So, of course, there's a lot of other things we've implemented too, like our shirts. Our shirts will always be both-sided, big enough so you can see it on both sides.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of things. And
there's a lot.
we had a ton of passion. I mean, just going into the workshop, but we really needed help with all of the little things. So once we got all the little things, everything you helped us with, from surrender fee to, you know, being an open door horse shelter, and really just like sticking to our mission, it's helped us so much. There's been so many times where we stick to our mission, and even though it might not seem like it's working, if you stick to the mission, good things happen.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, so many times I tell people, like, if you are following your heart and you know that this is right, and you stick with it, and you tell that story of sticking with it, like, good things are going to come. And I think the biggest takeaway from our visit when we came here to meet you all and like see everything was the multiple different locations, and then you were spending all this money, you know, renting this place and that place. And I know we just went away being like, man, if they could consolidate, they would really be doing good. And like now you did.
Yeah, we did.
And how has that been now that you're at your new facility, and like, what was that transition like?
The transition was pretty chaotic.
I'm glad you're answering this one, because a lot of the running around to multiple locations at 10, 11 midnight was Gunner.
Yeah, the getting everything here was a lot. But now that we're here, we have so much more time to do things for the rescue and also do things for ourselves. So we're no longer having to get kids loaded in the car at 9 o'clock at night to go feed or to go check on horses somewhere. You know, the kids can be inside doing homework or getting ready for bed, and we can finish up chores. We can go inside.
Or riding.
Or riding, yeah. We do a lot of that. Our kids do a lot of that. So, yeah, it's just been so amazing and just freed up so much more of our time. Saved us a lot of money as well.
And so when we first met you all, I know like you were an employee of the organization. And were you the only employee at that time? You had another part-time maybe?
No, so I had a couple of instructors that helped me with the education program, and it's still like that as well. But Gunner is also an employee of the rescue as well. So it's kind of the same as it was.
But yeah, so now I'm able to solely work for the rescue.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
To move to a new facility, and then both of you full-time at this organization that you're loving and you're building. And I know for Horse Plus, when Jason and I were both able to like commit full time to Horse Plus, like a lot more growth happened because it wasn't just all on me. It wasn't just all on Jason. Like, it was a team together.
Yeah. And that, I think that alone has, we have more time and useful time at that to be able to put it together and to communicate more about it and make decisions together, rather than it being Gunnar gets off work and I don't have all my things done yet, and then he has to kind of help pick up from that after he's just working his own job, and it just, it takes a lot of the pressure off of just one person. So it's been really nice.
So how has it been being an open admission shelter?
It's been busy.
Yeah.
We don't say no to any horse that needs help. We might give them, like the owner surrenders, just a timeline, like, hey, due to capacity. We have a lot of horses waiting to come in, but majority of them recently have been a lot of unhandled and untouched, like 2 to 12-year-old horses that, that's a little bit more difficult to get them rehomed, just because we don't want to, possibly allow them to get back into the slaughter pipeline because they don't have all the tools to be civilized.
Yes. So the Navajo horse journaling program that we've been utilizing at Horse Plus, I know we brought Leland Grass out here to give him a tour and everything. Do you think that's something you'll be able to utilize here at your facility and get some of these? I know, like at Horse Plus, like we've had a horse there for like 6 months that nobody's really able to do much with, and then the journalers come out, and within a week that horse is getting adopted, and it's you can lead it, you can pick up its feet, you can ride it around.
That's incredible.
I've never seen anything quite like it. It's unbelievable. But do you think that program would help you guys here with the horses that are hard? They're hard to place. Unhandled horses are hard to place. Yeah,
I absolutely think it would help.
Yes.
Just being able to give them the basic skills, because we see it a lot where there's a lot of unhandled horses that go through our local sales and our local auctions. So it's just I don't blank.
Well, it's unhandled horses. They're just really hard. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
They need help. And we as rescues want to help them, but then we're like, we can fill up quickly with these unhandled horses.
And it's hard to help them when you can't get close to them.
Yeah. I mean, you can, but when you have so many horses, you only have so much time, and you can only put so much time into each horse, whereas these unhandleables is what we call them, or untouchables. They take really consistent and a lot of time, and that's kind of hard to find. So, yeah. And around here, we find that, not a lot of homes and not a lot of families want anything that isn't under 10 and not broke.
Yeah. And that's everywhere across the United States.
Yeah.
It's everyone wants the trained 8-year-old gelding that's kid broke.
Yeah.
That's not what everybody wants. I'm like, those horses are out there in their homes living a great life. They're not here.
Or they're $15,000.
Yeah. They're not here at the rescue. Occasionally you'll get them, but we've been piloting it and having different journalers come out to Horse Plus, and we'd love to get you guys started with piloting it here. We've never piloted it at another organization yet, so we've been piloting it here at Horse Plus, seeing amazing results. We know it works at Horse Plus, and I think y'all would be an amazing place to see if it works outside of Horse Plus.
Yeah, I think that would be great.
Yeah, so we'll just work on the steps to get that happening.
Okay.
And see what happens.
Yeah, that would be
horses
sweet.
Adopted out quickly.
Yes, that would be awesome.
I have about 14 I'm already thinking about.
That'd help us a lot, because that's one of those barriers that we've just had a really hard time with, is just getting horses placed in good homes.
Yeah.
And that just requires training, getting them to have those basic skills so that they can have a good life.
But not only does it help us, it also helps the horses, which is what we're all in it for.
Yeah, 100%. This place is absolutely beautiful. We spent the day here, and we went on a trail ride with y'all, which was fantastic.
Fun.
So it's just sitting here, the view of the mountains and everything is just gorgeous. How did you find this amazing facility that was so set up for horses?
Yeah, so the way we found this place was, when we went to the workshop, we had talked to you guys about this place. It was 2020. Is it 2020? Seems like a long time.
5 full years ago.
Yeah. So we were trying to purchase this property 5 years ago, and the stars didn't align. It didn't work out. So we kept searching and kept searching. And then, was it July of last year?
Yeah, it was like June or July.
It came back up for sale, and we'd been searching pretty much every day looking for properties for sale, and it came back up. And so we actually have a volunteer who's a real estate agent. She's also been supporting us for a really long time.
And adopted.
And she adopted a horse from us like 2018, like right when we first started.
Yeah.
Very long time ago. And she was like, let's do it. She's like, I can make it work for you guys.
But at that point we were like, that's what they said last time.
Yeah. Well, I was like, yeah, no, it's probably not going to happen. Like it didn't work last time. And Kelsey was like, let's go look at it. Let's go look at it again. And we came out and looked at it, and agent worked with us, and she was amazing. And yeah, everything just kind of lined up. So it used to be used as a training facility. So it was already set up. It already had all these panels. Had all the fencing, had the indoor arena, outdoor arena, had the barn. So it was really move-in ready for us.
So do you think if you would have gone in and tried to purchase it back in those early days, do you think your organization had a strong enough foundation that it would have been okay now? Like,
I don't think so.
I don't think it worked out 5 years ago just because we didn't have the support base and we didn't have the community that we do now. I mean, 5 years of growth, like social media, in person, around the U.S. from the full circle. That's 100% what we have to make it work.
Yeah.
And how has being in the Horse Shelter Network impacted your organization?
It's impacted us very positively. All the things we've learned and all the experiences, hearing from other organizations, how they're dealing with things, issues that people run into.
Success stories
and things that we face as well. And we're just able to just grow from each other, and just makes everybody's organization better.
Y'all came out to the workshop, and then you came to the retreat. So what did you think of the retreat, where everyone kind of comes together? It's a different feel and a different situation than the workshops, but what did you think of the retreat?
I really enjoyed the retreat a lot. It kind of gave it a less formal, Carrie and Lisa and I joke about, but less formal in front of mom and dad. But it was a really great way to get to know the other organizations, especially without cameras, just because you can ask some questions that maybe they'll be a little more truthful about.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think it just gives a different perspective about them. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
Me too. And the team building activities were great. I thought all of that was
I thought axe throwing was the best one of them all, but...
Yeah. She hasn't done any axe throwing since
I
then.
never did any before then. But I won, so that was cool.
Yeah,
I still have
that
my
was
little certificate.
What do you think the value is of having the retreats for, this Horse Shelter Network, to have the retreats like that, where it's like, it's not the same formal sit-down educational part, it's more just coming together?
I think it builds natural rapport with the other organizations, and it just kind of, gives you a more humble experience with them, because you can spend time, like, you can go swimming and jumping on like the floating lily pads, and people just open up a little bit more.
Yeah, it's very comforting knowing that there's other organizations and other people out there that are so passionate about horses, and they're facing the same issues that we are.
But they're also just people. Like they're just people doing the same thing that we are. So it's kind of refreshing.
Part of the Horse Shelter Network is mentoring, which obviously that's what Jason and I do, and I know Carrie does a lot of it, and we're big advocates, but I feel like y'all are in a place now where you could start mentoring. I was just wondering how you feel about that.
I would love it.
Yeah, we would love to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we even kind of tried a little bit before to do a little bit of mentoring, like a little bit even before we went to the workshop. And then, but especially afterwards, there was a couple of newly popped up Utah rescues that, you know, we were like, hey, if you guys have like any questions about like getting started, like the things that work for us, the things that don't, and you know, how that goes. And there wasn't like a huge interest in it, but I think it was mostly because a lot of people in the beginning see it as like a competition. And so we kind of just were like, okay, yeah, we'll back off of that a little bit. But if we're open, if you have any questions. Yeah. So, I mean, definitely something that we would like to do, especially since we have a better set up facility for it now.
I mean, this facility is amazing, absolutely amazing. So we would definitely love to get you more intertwined with the mentoring aspect of the network, because we can only do so much, but if we can help mentor other organizations and help them grow, more horses will be helped. And that's why we're all doing what we're doing.
Yeah, and Kels and I talk about it all the time. It's like, man, we just wish every horse rescue was doing this same work, because we see so many rescues that are either so compassion fatigued they're shutting down, or they're not actually helping horses, right? They're trying to, and they're passionate about it, but they don't have the toolbox they need to be able to do it right and really make an impact.
And if they don't have the right toolbox, they can actually hinder the mission of saving horses, because they get started up, they're excited, they don't know what they're doing, or they're trying to do their best, and they get compassion fatigue, and then, another rescue closed down. And it makes donors feel like, why should we even donate to rescues when they're just gonna shut down
in a year? Yeah, and we've seen, we're just looking at this a month or two ago, but we've seen, I think, 5 rescues within Utah that have shut down or had to like drastically lower everything or stop doing any intakes at all, because they're like, it's not doing anything. And we're like, well, kind of have to rethink how you're doing it and what animals you're saving, because it should be all of them.
And you have to run it like a business. Like a lot of people think, oh, it's a nonprofit, it's a charity, and they throw the business part out the window and they crumble because they are not thinking as a business. Like, you have to run it properly. But,
and we're still learning that. We're still working on it.
It takes time. It takes time. But,
well, and I've talked to people running horse rescues, and they always say, "Oh, all the horses eat before I do," and I was like,
You have
that's really great.
Think that,
but you need to take care of yourself.
You do have to take care of yourself, because what happens so much in rescue, it's different when you just own your own animals.
Right.
But in a rescue situation, there's so many animals that are constantly bombarding into your life that a lot of times rescuers, they put themselves so much on the back burner that within 2 years they're completely empty. And they have emptied themselves of everything, and they have nothing to give back. And you got to take that time. You got to go on vacations. You have to be able to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of them. And I think a lot of people, they try to put owning your own animals in the same box as rescue animals, and it is different when you're in a sheltering situation with these animals versus your own animals. With your own animals, you can set up all those things, like, this is my schedule, they're getting fed, then I'm getting fed. Like, it's different than when you live it day in and day out and you're rescuing hundreds of animals coming in. You've got to be able to take care of yourself and have those healthy boundaries, because it's hard. It's hard if you don't take care of yourself. So much has happened since we've met you guys with the mentoring and everything, and now this beautiful facility. Where do you see yourself 5 to 10 years? Where is Lazy B Equine at that point?
I don't think I've thought that far yet. I think we're just kind of thinking about getting here and getting it continuing to run, and I don't think I've thought that far ahead.
Yeah, I think
still here.
Our education program is something that we see extremely valuable where we are, and really being involved in the horse community here in Utah and helping more people get horses and learn how to be around horses and really make good relationships between horses and people. Building on that, we'd like to do equine assisted therapy. That's something we've always wanted to do. And overall, just continue to help more horses and help more organizations, help more horses, and mentor people, and spread awareness about the issues and what's going on in the world with horses, with slaughter pipeline. So many people don't know about what horses are facing in the United States. And we tell people all the time that we meet that surrender or adopt, and they're like, oh my God, I had no idea. It's like, yeah, just look it up on YouTube or, Google search. And, so I think that's really where we want to be. We want to continue doing this, but really just kind of keep pushing farther and farther.
Yeah, but also being able to, I think, help educate other organizations and work with more. We definitely want to get, more involved in that part of it. And I just think growth, like not necessarily growth within our own facility, in our own organization, but being able to help more abroad.
Yeah. Yeah, if there were 6 more open door horse shelters in Utah, then that would take some stress off of us, and it would help more horses because there'd be more room for those horses.
Yeah. Well, as we know it right now, we're the only organization that actively will go to auctions, and there's 5, I believe, within Utah, and there's no other rescues that I know of that even know that there's auction houses in Utah. Yeah. So I think growing that way would be great.
Well, it's been amazing spending the day here with you all. You all are just so fantastic of people and the organization that you run. And to get back to Tennessee, but just know that we're here for you at any time. Give us a call, anything you're running into, and we're just so grateful and proud of everything that you've accomplished.
Thank you. I don't think we would be in any position we are in now without your help. So
yeah,
you're also incredible, and thank you, Jason, as well.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, we just do what we can every single day to make the world a better place.
You keep almost making him cry.
I'm crying. You're crying.
We're all gonna be crying.
Well, one person cries.
No, a fly tried to fly into my brain a second ago.
Yeah.
It's on video.
But yeah, just keep up the amazing work. You guys are on the right path.